Laura. I'm the CEO of VMV Hypoallergenics. This is our series called The Skinny, where I talk about VMV products in particular for different skin conditions. We're here to save the world's skin with the safest, most proven effective care on the planet. And today I'm going to be talking about eczema and the products we recommend for eczema. Before we get into that, please don't forget to subscribe and like and share, and let us know in the comments if you have any questions or any other topics you'd like us to talk about. Why we call ourselves the safest, most proven effective care on the planet is we were the first and are still the only brand that has a validated rating system, like a grading system on allergen emission, basically. We omit all 109, for example, allergens, or most of them, in our formulations, and that's VH minus 109 because it's minus all 109 contact allergens. If there's an allergen in the formulation, it will be clearly identified because it may not be one of your allergens and you can use it. And we also publish our clinical studies. So safest, most proven effective is a promise that we take very, very seriously. Before I get into a regimen specific to eczema, maybe just some things to clarify what we mean by that. You notice I keep doing this when I talk about eczema. The reason for that is eczema is a more descriptive term, not a specific diagnosis per se. It describes skin that looks and behaves a certain way, like it has bubbles, and that then dry and crust over and become itchy. That is eczematus. And that can be sort of a blanket term for atopic dermatitis, is the most common thing that dermatologists would think of if they hear eczema, which is a type of allergy. Like atopy of the lungs would be bronchial allergy, of the nasal passages maybe rhinitis, allergic rhinitis. So atopic dermatitis is kind of what most people in skin would think of when they hear eczema. Other things that eczema tends to sometimes cover or be confused with would be contact dermatitis, seborrheic dermatitis, psoriasis, rosacea. So if you get a diagnosis of eczema, you might want to ask your doctor, can we just really specify, is that atopic dermatitis that we're talking about? One of the things that we want to double down on is it's not something to self-diagnose. We already showed, it can be confused with so many things, so it's really good to get a proper diagnosis. And we highly recommend always getting a patch test because it's really good and very effective to know exactly what you need to avoid in particular. And keep in mind that a patch test and a prick test are not the same thing. A prick test will help you find out if you're allergic to, say, dander, certain foods, dust mites. A patch test is stuck on your back and helps identify what things you're allergic to that are topically applied or you come into contact with or that are airborne. So that's important. Another thing to remember is that steroids tend to be prescribed for eczema, and they're important, wonderful, dramatic drugs that should be used if they're prescribed, but not for longer than they're prescribed. They're usually prescribed for about 2 weeks, maximum 4 weeks at a time, and usually not more than that, and you shouldn't normally have to be on them for more than 1 or 2 times a year. If you are getting off of steroids, might need to be a priority. We have a great Skin Sites live stream on that, all the risks associated with topical steroid overuse. And if you are properly preventing and doing all the right things to manage your eczema, you may not really need it ever again. And one last note to think about, food allergies and skin allergies don't always correlate so perfectly. Work really closely with your allergist and your dermatologist, ideally a contact dermatitis specialist. For successful eczema management, we like to say it is 3 basic things. One is prevention, 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 moisture, 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 barrier repair, barrier repair, barrier repair. Prevention, it's an inflammatory condition like psoriasis and rosacea and acne. So anti-inflammatory, everything is good. An anti-inflammatory diet, for example, no junk food, processed food, a lot of anti-inflammatory foods like small fish and lots of fresh vegetables is a really good idea. Reducing stress and anxiety, getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep a night, exercising regularly, all very good things. We always say it's never just what you put on your skin. Your skin's part of your body. It is a skin side out thing, always. Prevention also from your allergens. If you get your patch test, you can actually contact us and tell us your patch test results, and we can help customize recommendations for you based on your particular allergens. But it's important to avoid your allergens in creams and shampoo and possibly even your laundry detergent and your clothing. It's really important. A lot of natural ingredients, even if they're really, really organic, are top allergens. Lavender, ilang-ilang, propolis from honey, for example, are top contact allergens. So it's not about natural, it's about learning your particular triggers and allergens and practicing very targeted avoidance prevention for you, right? Which is why a patch test is so important. The American Contact Dermatitis Society website, contactderm.org, and search for a patch testing doctor in your zip code, near your area. If you're in the Philippines, you can drop us a comment and we can help make that happen for you. And remember that we can customize recommendations for you based on your particular patch test results. So there you go. Moisture, moisture, moisture. You want to make sure you don't have more water loss, and you want to make sure that you keep the skin protected and soft. You know, it's the fissures in skin that can happen after the cracking that can become really inviting to opportunistic microbes that can really then cause this crazy itching. So that's important, and that is very linked to barrier repair. Skin with eczema and psoriasis can experience a barrier defect, and it's very important to keep that barrier strong and healthy. And a lot of that is using the right moisturizer that has certain things like saturated fatty acids that have a sort of palisade that forms on top of your skin. So that's going to be another concentration of what we recommend. Because a damaged barrier layer can be very common. We also want to focus on moisturizing that is not just moisturizing. It's very targeted for barrier repair. Like virgin coconut oil, because of the long chain fatty acids, is one such thing. Another could be something with ceramides or cholesterol. But again, allergen-free, fragrance, preservatives, formaldehyde, etc., dyes. So another important thing, layering. So you want to have a good daily moisturizer followed by, say, virgin coconut oil, petrolatum, for example, but pure, not with anything else added that's an allergen. In terms of the actual regimen, we would start with very, very gentle, allergen-free, non-drying hair and body shampoo like Coo and Clean from Grandma Minnie. It's very soothing. It's it's allergen-free. It's got a lot of anti-inflammatories. It's awesome. Another option would be the Essence Clark Wash, allergen-free, anti-inflammatory, etc., for hair and body cleansing. And then a conditioner like Essence Skin Saving Conditioner, again, allergen-free. You're going to hear me say allergen-free like a broken record today. You would then follow that, if the reactions tend to be sort of around the mouth and chin, with Essence Skin Saving Toothpaste, which is allergen-free. Important here also is flavor-free. A lot of flavors are related to fragrance and are top contact allergens. Then we'd go to facial cleansing with, say, REDBETTER Cream Cleanser. It's a great cleanser because it is allergen-free. It is deeply soothing, like it says, deeply soothing cleansing cream. But it also has virgin coconut oil and monolaurin and anti-inflammatories, anti-cathelicidins like potassium azelloyl diglycinate, and non-contact allergen antioxidants. For moisturizing, because of the barrier defect, is layering of moisture, sort of humectant, barrier repair. So we'd start, let's say, after cleansing with the Mommy Coddling All Over Lotion or Essence Hand and Body Soother, followed by Oils Well, which is our clinically published virgin coconut oil with monolaurin, or Know-It Oil, which is the virgin coconut oil. Both are great. Oils Well would be if you're also suspecting a secondary infection already from a damaged barrier layer. On top of that, on very dry patches of skin, you would then add Boo Boo Balm. So that's the layering thing. You would start with a very good daily moisturizer like Mommy Coddling, then follow with a virgin coconut oil, then follow with Boo Boo Balm. And then you would keep a REDBETTER Calm the Heck Down balm handy for when you see a flare sort of percolating, especially if you want to avoid the need for steroids. Is REDBETTER Calm the Heck Down balm. It's great for redness and itching and can help quickly bring down that inflammation. And then you want to protect daily with a purely mineral sun and light screen. The nice thing about using a purely mineral sun and light screen like Armada Baby, I apologize, this is a little beaten up, it's my personal one that I'm using, is it's also a physical barrier. It's another layer of protection against physical contaminants that you might come into contact with. So again, in summary, that is Cool and Clean Hair and Body Wash or Clark Hair and Body Wash, Essence Skin Saving Conditioner, Essence Skin Saving Toothpaste, REDBETTER Daily Cleanser, Mommy Coddling All Over Lotion, followed by either Know-It Oil or Oils Well, and on very dry patches followed by Boo Boo Balm, and then keep a REDBETTER Calm the Heck Down balm handy for if you're starting to notice some redness or itching, and Armada Baby. Some nice tips in addition for eczematous skin. Try not to shower in really strong pressure and really hot water. I know sometimes it feels good when it's really itchy, but don't do that. It's really not good. It really sort of washes away important parts of the skin that you actually need there and can be further detrimental to your skin's barrier. If you are experiencing a very bad flare and water stings, then you might want to look at distilled water from the bottle and do like a very gentle sponge bath with virgin coconut oil and the distilled water for a bit, just until the flare subsides and the skin is more comfortable. A great tip if you are dealing with the beginnings of a flare-up and are feeling really uncomfortable and possibly itchy is to take Boo Boo Balm and put it under a cling wrap, or if acrylates are a concern, a very soft, white or natural, uncolored, non-stretchy, unbleached, unchlorinated cloth, and sort of wrap the cloth around the Boo Boo Balm and leave that on overnight as an occlusive therapy. It's really nice. Other things can be nice, like a little bit of salt or a little bit of baking soda as a soak in a bathtub, but do that only with your doctor's instructions. There is some toxicity that can be associated with baking soda, and sometimes too much of the salt is not a good thing. So you really want to do that with your doctor's specific instructions for you. If you're doing everything properly, you've gotten a really clear diagnosis, say atopic dermatitis, you have done a patch test, and you've gotten your very specific allergens, and you're being so good about avoiding those allergens topically and not using, say, aerosols or airborne stuff that contain these allergens. And you're doing the regimen that's really good, that's soothing, allergen-free, anti-inflammatory, very moisturizing and barrier reparative. And you still find certain areas that are really itchy, that just won't go away. Then maybe ask your dermatologist about possibly getting a scraping or culture and sensitivity test, just to see if there's a secondary infection that might need further attention from your dermatologist. So that's the skinny on eczema and the products that we make for eczema. I hope this was helpful. Please let us know in the comments if you have any questions, what you thought of the information that you got. Catch us live on Skin Sites for discussions about particular skin conditions. We have a great one on eczema that we just did, another one on psoriasis, which is related, rosacea as well. And please let us know any other topics that you'd like us to cover. Remember to like, subscribe, share, and see you next week. Bye.